finally we are back at the last session of the day by Dr. Yogesh Upadhyay sir. As we have also shared a brief about him pre-lunch, that Dr. Yogesh Upadhyay sir is currently Dean Faculty of Management, Jawadi University, Gwalior. He is also served as a founder provost of ITM Baroda University, Vadodara, and as founder vice chancellor of ITM University, Gwalior as his previous assignment. He has been an exemplary scholar, having specialized in fields like consumer decision modeling, business analytics, HR analytics, and others. He has conducted FDPs in research methodology for management teachers in about more than 20 universities of the country. He specializes in use of globally converted analytical techniques like SEM, PLS, conjoint, latent modeling, and others. Till date, he has trained more than 500 teachers from prestigious institutions in RM and business analytics, and many more to add in his list. So we are privileged to have you here for this session, sir. Over to you.
So thank you, ma'am, for this generous introduction. And I am really sorry that we are talking of management 4.0, but there are a lot of bottlenecks, and bandwidth is the bottleneck. And I welcome all who are part of today's session. And the topic that has been assigned to me is about marketing 4.0. So we all must be aware about a concept called industry 4.0, where we talk about interaction between machine to machine, which Nobel laureates say it will be very dangerous in days to, maybe very dangerous in days to come if we allow it to percolate to weapons. But on the other side, other components of the society are very happy that it will improve the quality of life. So there are different takes about that, and from there, I believe from industry 4.0, now we have, I think innovatively, the academy has invented this term called marketing 4.0, and from traditional to digital. So we have been traveling through this, traversing through this domain, and for our last 15 years, more or less 15 years, from traditional to digital. Though we are still in traditional, but a good component of budgets of marketing companies is going for digital as well. Initially, when I became the vice chancellor of ITM Gwalior, our budget totally was reserved for print media and at the best television. Gradually, this digital marketing ate up. In 1915 January, I joined back GVG University. So it ate up around 50%. So 50% of the budget, there was a cut from print medium and the television to the all digital means, which include social media, which includes Google, which includes other forms of digital marketing. So that is the change in the landscape. And actually, it is more or less like in the advertisement world, we call it a precision bombing. So rather than making an advertisement and sharing with the consumers when we are not sure who's viewing, who is not viewing, we are not sure about his or our engagement. Now people suggested, and the landscape primarily was changed by the Google, that let people who show some kind of engagement, then only you pay for the money. So that was the totally different revenue model which Google created. And concerning that, we'll be discussing today. And there is one more famous adage in management: what you can't measure, you can't manage. So in traditional marketing, the budgeting which we used to do was kind of incremental budgeting. So let me share my slide with you, which for today's discussion, and that incremental budgeting. Now there is a sea change in that incremental busting. It is all about the objective busting nowadays. So incremental busting era has gone. So what presently it is in, that is, I'm trying to share it with you. And we all, perhaps in this Corona age, more or less we have learned that this digital has a lot to do, even for teachers. So maybe if I close few of my files, then I'll be able to share some Just a minute. Because if there are a lot of files, then Zoom also gets confused. So which one to keep open, which one to close? Just give me one. Yeah. Yes, uh, here it is visible now, and I hope it must be visible to you all as well.
Yes, sir, it's visible, sir.
Okay, great. So, if you permit, I wish to close my video because I have to see in my laptop, whereas I have got a big screen. Normally, I get interact with my participant looking into my big screen. So I'm closing my video, this thing, so that
No issue,
it
sir.
saves bandwidth. It saves bandwidth as well, as I have been told. Yeah. So the landscape has changed. That's what we're discussing about, and more so, the budgets have been apportioned to different means of digital mediums. And today, what I will be discussing today will be more or less about the social media marketing. And people say most of the companies you talk about small businesses. I come from a I've set up about 4 or 5 institutions from the educational industry background. It's very difficult to decode what is happening to your dollars, the bucks which you are money spending. If you don't have a tangible matrices to measure objectively what is happening to the money which you have put in the funnel of marketing. So yes. So that is what we are going to discuss, coming with what social media is. Again, that industry 4.0, there is a concept called Web 2.0. And this Web 2.0 means peer-to-peer network. So social media is a product of peer-to-peer network. And what you do in this peer-to-peer network, it is creation and exchange of user as well as promoter generated content. Though this Kaplan did not give this promoter, I have added. So it is not about user only. Now marketers are also promoting their contents on this platform, which initially was not happening. Later on, those things have been opened up for the marketers. And then the next part is what social media then marketing is all about. The best part of this marketing medium compared to traditional medium, it's a two-way communication. That opportunity we lacked. We relayed our advertisement for ITM University Gwalior on 3 or 4 channels, very good channels at that time. TRP of those channels was good, and TRP was not in question as it is right now. So it's a two-way communication. The best part it is, and where we seek to generate empathy and emotions, try to create a group bond with our followers, with our consumers, and the outcome which we want to get is elevation of our brand value. So with this exchange, with this bonding, familiar emotions coming together on a platform, all in all, elevates on many fronts, not only in case of brand value, but it elevates you by way of many matrices that we are going to visit. So at the end, should we go for social media marketing? This is one thing. What are the ways how to measure the effectiveness of social media marketing? And lastly, perhaps I believe all of us are teachers. I'll share you some interesting researches that have been done, which are very highly cited research papers in the area of social media marketing, which you can pick up as your research topic if you are interested. If you become interested in this domain, Maybe many of you might already be working on some topic of social media marketing. So these are simple statistics we know. When we teachers, when we move into the classes, we know the power of WhatsApp, we know the power of Facebook, we know the power of Messenger, we know the power of mobile. And these all things somehow maybe frustrating the attention of our students. We are not able to grab if we don't ask them to put your mobile off and mobile on the table. So the number is increasing in geometric proportions all across. You can see that. So billions and billions of people are on this platform. Even if you wish to be out of this platform, it becomes terribly difficult to be out of this platform. So when you are not able to defeat anything, you just make them friend and let them find a common ground. That is a famous adage in strategy. So what value does it create? We saw one value, elevating brand value. Others is like they derive traffic, viral, loyalty, retention, cost saving, customer satisfaction. They bring revenue to you. So this is out of some how social media. This was published in MIS quarterly. So how we can get benefited out of it, and perhaps source of value over a period of last 11 years must have increased, and that we'll be discussing in our next slide. So there is a source of value. So per $1 we spend, influencer right now, but initially influencers were believed like anything. This is a data of 2018 only. So per dollar spent, you were getting a benefit of 500. So who is not going to influencers? Traditional medium, is it able to engage? We don't know. How much it is going to engage? We don't have any statistics. But here we have a statistic. For example, for Instagram and Twitter, the data is there. So 7.2%, 1.4%. So Instagram has a higher engagement rate. It is in comparison to even Facebook. So how we calculate this engagement rate? What is this engagement rate all about? That is what is important. So, and the challenge is, how long do you expect to wait for a response for companies from brand question to or complaint? You are on social media, consumers, if they post anything, their expectations are disproportionate from you. Under 30 minutes, imagine within 30 minutes, 37% of them want a response from you. So more than around 80%, more than 80% want a response from you within 4 hours. So that kind of, we call it service failure. So Lovelock, when he in his book in service marketing, and there are a lot of papers on service failures. So if there is any service failure, they will want you to attend. And within 4 hours, courtesy to social media, their expectations are disproportionate. And if you don't attend them, believe me, your brand value is going to take hit. There will be a lot of word of mouth, and you know the virality. It is disproportionate on social media vis-a-vis face-to-face. So that is the power of social media. So I won't go much into that kind of statistics. Most of it you can find. I have given the sources. I share these slides with you. But more or less the increase is disproportionate. Then again, how much time we are spending YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. And there was short video form which we just banned from Chinese. So all these forms we are spending, they have taken their time share. Not only time share, they have taken their mind share. And importantly, this particular bracket, age bracket 16 to 24, where they will be found. I believe everybody has one answer. You can find them on social media, always active. At 2 a.m. you can find them. At 4 a.m. you can find them. 24/7, anytime. There will be some good chunk of these people who will be there on social media, different parts of the social media. So 3.3 billion increasing day by day. Again, the same statistics. We are on many social media platforms, not one, exploring every social media platform. And these numbers are increasing. So some Indian platform, some foreign platform. So online time is on social media, maybe not for teachers. They might be spending into 1/3 of their online time for their research and for preparing for their lectures. But this is in general, where we are spending our time. So 1 in 3 online users say they go to social media when looking for more information about brand or a product. These are international researches. I'm not too sure what is the case of India, because the research in case of India are not that in deep. Though we find statistics here and there, which I already shared some of the statistics with you. So almost 90% of the marketers say social media efforts have increased their exposure of their business. So they are fairly positive about social media. So it is not about peer-to-peer 4.0. It is from the marketer to the consumer as well. And visual content, it is 40 times more effective. 40 times more effective. What happened in this age of Corona? Most of the institutions asked their teachers to record their conversations with the students, whether on Zoom, whether on any other platform which they have been using. They should record. And what happened? Those recorded lectures were uploaded on YouTube without editing them, without having a concern what is the quality of that edited lecture, and without having a concern how correct they were. And there was a definite word of mouth, negative word of mouth. And I believe this video part, since we say a picture is worth 1,000 words, I'll say a video is worth 1,000 pictures. So video content is important, but how to develop it? So in my university, at Vadodara University, I asked them to put every equipment in place before recording any teachers. And if teachers are to be recorded, they should be done with that every equipment in a place, so that the impression is good, preparation is good, the content people have to wait before it goes online. So if we are able to do that, we will be. And one video you must have seen today of some volcanic eruption which has taken place in Iceland, and see the virality of that video. So video content, I believe it has suggested that it's a 40 times more effective. So social networking is most popular activity. Networking, and 90% of the weekly pinners use Pinterest to make purchase decisions. So Pinterest is again, and Pinterest, good thing about Pinterest, maybe you must have visited that Pinterest platform. Once you become part of it as a marketer, from day one, you have a opportunity to make dollars. For example, you have created a very good slide in your subject. Make a profile in Pinterest and load that slide onto Pinterest. There will be some consumer who will ask to purchase that slide of yours, which is unique. Of course, it has to be unique. So a lot of purchases are made on that. Then 68% of the Instagram users engage with. It's a very powerful engagement platform. So what end we achieve after engaging the consumers? So that's also important. Instagram means visual. So visual medium is becoming more powerful than others. The larger part of the story is this. Twitter also impact your purchasing decisions. Fine. So this is interesting paper. Teachers can go through this papers, and this is one. These are the 5 parts, components of social media marketing. The customization, word of mouth, trendiness, interaction, entertainment. These are the 5 confirmatory analysis, and this is the most referred paper after its publication. So what post contains? Any social media post contains. So this post will help in passing on the information, or say customization. Can we customize it? Social media is a fun. So these are all the components when we want to measure social media marketing activities. And it is also called SMME, social media marketing effort. So that is how there are many tools to measure it. And Facebook, the power of Facebook, we all know. You can go through these statistics. I won't be reading it because Twitter is one platform, Facebook is one platform. Maybe we are not using Twitter, but LinkedIn, most of us should be in LinkedIn. I was there for some just time, but later on I withdrew when I decided not to shift from here. And then Instagram is there, the power of which we were already discussing. Then Pinterest. So product-based content, that is the USP of Pinterest, apart from visuals. So the business value, Facebook 89%, LinkedIn 83%, YouTube 81%, Twitter, Instagram, and Google Plus and all have gone now. They have been closed off. So Reddit and all, Reddit created a havoc. So if you have to create SMM for your organization, please decide. These are the practical worksheets. What value you want to attain, how easy it will be, benefit, cost, resource impact, overall priority. Based on it, normally this worksheet is used to create those projects of any social media. This is just like House of Quality, one of the good research paper. This is our CRM strategy. So where from to start and where to end. So finally, it is actually measuring outcomes. And level one is this engagement. So then you pass on to different levels and then organize people. One interesting thing before on going to the matrix, there is very interesting acronym which is being used in social media marketing. The acronym is COBRA. So what consumers are doing there? Are they creating or simply consuming or contributing? So what they are doing? So these, based on the COBRA, we can measure actually the engagement of consumers. So this interesting paper was published in International Journal of Advertising. So and it's a fairly measurable scale is there. So what your actually people are doing? Are they consuming, contributing, creating? What precisely they are doing? So we'll discuss more about it. So there are two types of analytics we work on: ongoing analytics, tracking activity, how we are faring over a period of time. And if you buy some campaign, invest some money, create some campaign on Facebook, on Google, on Instagram, and then you event-wise, can you calculate what were the hits and what were the misses overall? So you have to set your goals beforehand. You want to reach your market, brand reputation, traffic driving, customer support, overheads you want to reduce, leads you want to get more leads, not like the controversial leads in Mumbai of some one or two cases you must have heard. Then establish the brand advocates you want to, brand cult you want to create. So likewise, what is your goal? Let's decide. Everything should start from the goal setting. So this is one of the sproutsocial.com. This is the most powerful website and analytics company which help you to measure the effectiveness of yours. So as per its survey, 70% people target brand awareness, 59% lead generation, sales, 48% community engagement, 46% brand audience they want to grow, and then increase web traffic. So where we are, what are the goals? So then you have to create the matching content. You want to increase brand awareness, that the content has to be matching. You want them to come and purchase something from you, the whole design of your post will be different. Everything has to sink in. The holistic approach we have to take. So it may look like objective is increasing social media quality, content quality, or the objective can be increase social media engagement on all platforms. So you want to increase social media conversation by 25%, greater than 25%, increase in total reach, increase in total engagement. So you have to identify how you are going to measure. Without measuring, it is all blah, blah, blah. Nothing will come at the end of the day to the marketer, to the small business, to your institution. So you're all institution. If you are from a private institution, many of you might be from private institutions. They all are doing it actually. Are they doing scientifically or not? That's a different point altogether. So matrix that I'll check what are matrices. Then creating matrices is not sufficient. Then you have to measure that. And you want to know what your competitors are doing? Go for socialblade.com, put your competitors .com there, and you can compare what they are doing and what you are doing. So what content works? There are several slides regarding that. I'll come to that later. But these are the 4 important KPIs on social media: reach and awareness, engagement, conversions, how many you have been able to convert technically into your consumers, and then active consumers. Are you able to retain them? Are they continuing with them? Are they feeling good about you? That is, these are the 4 important things. When consumer come to social media, this is what they all do: visit your brand website or application, buy that brand, recommend, choose, visit physically retail store, increase their spending, reach out for customer service or support, then read the brand blog or site content, and then finally it is engage with that brand on social media. So this is all what we have been doing when we visit our social media. And let's see what are those metrics. Now let's come to the more analytics part, which is very important if you are a part of social media campaign, SMM. So how many followers are there? These are all the things which are important. Audience growth rate. Is your audience increasing? Your reach, potential reach. We know the concept of potential market, difference between market and potential market. Then impressions. Impressions will carry along other metrics as well. And social share of voice and web traffic. These all define awareness matrix. So how many followers? I think this is one I have taken from my web page. So friends, followers, and there were a number of followers as well, around 1,001. So you can gauge popularity of your brand, popularity of the institution based on your friends and followers. So invite your contacts, how to do about it, connect with people, and send invites, invite contacts, start a fan page, find what are the things in common with others. So how to do a friend request, there are all etiquettes, how to do that. It's all conversation. So there are etiquettes for conversation. So me too won't work here. You have to do something different so that people join, create groups. Join some environmental kind of group. Yeah, the day before it was a water day and all. When we create a water saving group and all, it is all about creating links with like-minded people. So second one, how to calculate it, is the audience growth rate. So this either your Facebook Insights, if you go to Facebook login and go to Insights, either it is going to give you, or you have to sign in and take the services of socialsprouts.com. There are around 10. I have a slide for that. You can take their services also. You can get many more matrices which are there in addition to these matrices. So and commonsensically we can decode that. That is how we calculate. And your post reach, and there is again interesting how many the reach your post has reached to how many people. vis-a-vis the total followers. So it's like just ratio analysis, what you do in finance. So we have got certain ratio. So based on it, we can compare 2 posts, 3 posts, 4 posts. It also creates wonderful experiment for marketing research, where we can create posts and then measure this particular ratio, and again create a matrices based on it. So there are 3 kinds of each one. Is organic, we haven't done anything, and based on our content, quality of content, engagement quality of the content, it is reaching on its own. Then there is a paid reach. We have chosen the audience. You have got a facility to choose your audience on Facebook. How objective we were, how realistic we were, will decide the reach of this particular medium. So any amount of money you spend on social media, at times it becomes very difficult to reflect on its outcome. So we should know all these ratios which are important. Then the viral reach. One person then sending it to the next one, then the sending to the third one, fourth one, likewise. And the sky is the limit. So organic, paid, and viral. All the 3 can be precisely these organic and paid. You can easily identify reach by city, reach by country, reach by demographics. All these statistics you can get from Facebook Insight. So this rich data which we get from there, definitely we can customize our message also. We can customize our content on real-time basis. So that is the best part. The earlier post did not do well. Next day you can create a much enriching post. How to get into, where to find, when you log into Facebook Insight, there you can see that reach, organic, paid, impressions. I'll take you to the impressions also. Fans, non-fans, once you click that reach part, you can get this kind of again graph, your organic and paid, and you can spend any amount. And people say that we are spending any amount, but we are not able to know precisely the outcome of what the amount which we are spending. That is whenever you talk with the small businesses, they are always lamenting about it. And then when your fans are online, so your reach will depend whether you have done this homework, proper homework or not. You should know when most of the fans are online. This statistics are available on Facebook. And on that time, at that time only, if you post it, there are good chances of reaching more and more people, and good chances of its virality as well. So this is how you calculate, and this is one thing, one interesting change Facebook brought into its algorithm in 2018. It prioritizes content from friends and family rather than you as a company. If your friends and family are saying something, it will be available in feed earlier rather than your advertisement. So it is Facebook want to increase its community, and at the end, it wants to increase its power. And power for whom? To take much and much revenue from these business people. So because of this feed algorithm, it prioritizes content from friends and family. Potential reach. So how many people you can reach, that depends upon not only your post. They might not be sharing your post, but they are talking about you. They are talking about IPS Academy. They are talking about other brands. So if there is a lot of talking about your brand on your Facebook, that actually suggests the potential of reach. So that is again another matrix which we can be calculated. Impressions is a complicated metric technically. How many times you have noticed that post? So how many times in a day? Once when the marketer posted, once when your friend again came referred it to, when he posted in his timeline or she posted in her timeline, and then it is showing in your timeline. So those impressions, also how many times you have seen that post. So that also suggests the impression. It shows that again, how well connected are you. Where to find it? Again, the same. Go to Facebook Insight and you go to impressions, organic and paid. Both we can see. So good brands actually derive a lot of organic, but still, however good you are, every good brand you will see they are advertising on Google as well as on Facebook. Though lately there were few brands in US, they took a decision not to go for Facebook because they were promoting a lot of violent content uh, in the that period of that election of president of US. So they again, but there was no impact on Facebook. Hardly 1 or 2% prices, share prices came down, and again they had to, because it's a complete monopoly. And people asked me at that point of time, should we buy shares of Facebook? I said you should buy, and later on the prices of the shares of Facebook shares went up. But right now there is a tech meltdown which was expected to happen if you are reading today's newspapers. So why impressions? There is one important, the rule of 7. It was invented in 1920. Rule of 7 in marketing. If anything comes in front of you for 7 times, you are bound to take an action. That's a rule of 7 in marketing. So impression again actually vindicates it. 7 times you have seen the same thing. When you want, perhaps you will be able to achieve it. So that is the importance of the impression. Social share of voice. So how many people are mentioning a brand on social media compared to your competitors? So competitors comes into, so see the formula over here. Brand mentions plus competitor mentions divided by total mentions of yours, and you will be able to get your percentage. So see, so what is a strategy? How do we define a strategy? A strategy technically is relative. It is contextual. So John Nash, when he gave the game theory, which initially was not used for that purpose, he actually challenged Adam Smith. He said that, okay, it is not one person efficient and all, or some invisible hand. It is game theory which is prevailing in the market. So one person take a decision based on what others are doing. So so if we don't know what your competitors are doing, perhaps we are a loser in that way. So we are operating via game theory. It's a competitive landscape. The strategy is all about context, what others are doing. So then the web traffic, from where the traffic is coming to your website. It is coming from Facebook, from Pinterest, from Instagram, from Twitter. If you have got a very good customer relationship software, if you have a great customer relationship software, in CRM software, these APIs are integrated from there. And because of this integration of API, integration of social media marketing with your CRM of your company, you actually are able to fetch all this data. How many people came to us via on our website through Facebook or any other action which you want them to take? You want them to download your brochure, you want them to download view a video, what you want to do. So based on it, based on the outcome, you will get this statistics via your CRM, where from the traffic is coming. So is this important? Yes, it is important. Why it is important? We are going to apportion our budget based on this numbers, where from web traffic is originating. So that is again a very important statistics which suggests the reach of ours. So find few. So anything about engagement matrix, anyone would like to ask about engagement, then I can go to the next one, that is awareness matrix. Then I can come to the engagement matrix. Okay, fine. It seems I am the only audience. So this,
No.
no, I got it. Actually, this engagement is all about that only. So I get it. Simply joking. And engagement is about, see, when we were taking classes, teachers were asked in Corona, they have to engage classes through Google Meet and Zoom, many more platform, and schools are using Microsoft Teams. Some branded good schools are using Microsoft Teams. How to ensure that students are engaged? Cameras are off, their mics are off. How to ensure that students are engaged? Very challenging. So the problem was put to me. I realized that problem because I was taking two classes. I was taking research methodology and I was taking statistics as well, advanced statistics, one of the papers there in MBA. So then there was a meeting. Everybody asked this question: how to measure the engagement of the student? I said it's very difficult, very tough for students. If you want engagement of theirs, then divide your 5 units into 5 projects and ask them to work on those projects in the team of 3, and their submission should be evaluated as their internals. If you are able to do that, the rest assured you will find your audience engaged. Otherwise, you can never be sure, because students have grown smart over a period of time. They know how to put mic close, camera close, and then they are logged in. That's all. What they are doing. Who is worried? The teacher is asking questions is fine. And many a times when you ask questions to student, you may find that you are again and again calling the student. He is never responding. She is not responding. So how to ensure the same challenge we are facing in social media marketing as well? So there are some engagement metrics. These companies, these trillion dollar companies, they have created now this matrix. So as a matter, I believe everybody must be knowing that this 2 trillion Apple, actually our GDP is 3 trillion. So see the behemoth size of these companies, many of these and Google and Facebook. So how powerful they are from all aspects. So clicks, likes, share, comments. And the ratios which we are using is the applause rate, average engagement rate, amplification rate, and virality rate. So that is what we are, all we are using. So clicks, I think these are the KPIs for engagement, your shares, likes, comments, and all. If they are not making comments, perhaps they haven't read your post. They are not putting any like, again, they are hardly disconnected to you. They are not sharing, it's not interesting. Simple, your post is not interesting. So what kind of post needs to be created? Always create a post. If a higher education institution, should they create a post? This has a good course, has a good placement, course has a good teachers, course our institution has a good infrastructure. So there can be other posts as well. Why you are not talking of topics which are interesting in general to the age bracket which takes admission at your institution? So what you are want them, if they are not sharing your post, hardly it will, your potential reach will be very less, and engagement again will be a challenge. So are there any likes, comments? That all are KPIs of engagement. And 64% marketer says that increasing audience engagement was crucial for the social media marketing. You ask me what is the key thing, I will not go for reach. Reach is important, but more important is engagement. Are you able to engage your audience? This is a very interesting example. 1000 engaged active followers is more valuable than 10,000 followers that sit on their hands. So even if you have got 100 engaged followers, I believe you will draw more mileage out of it. So Next one is just Denny Snyder, one of the brand. If you go through, this is one of the highest engagement rate, that is 8.1%, and average interest per post is like so. There are few brands, they have created a substantial engagement rate, courtesy to their so higher engagement rate means higher participation into your campaigns. So it becomes a two-way communication, in a way two-way. So reach is a one-way, engagement is a two-way. If they are participating by way of reach, likes and comments, and likewise, perhaps your purpose broadly is served. Broadly it is served. Though the fine prints, still people will like to go through the fine prints. So, and average engagement per post, you will see Instagram has highest engagement. So, can I break for a minute? Just half a minute. Yeah, sorry. So Instagram with the highest engagement rate, and most of the institutions, many of the institutions, companies, they are so fascinated by Google and Facebook and all, and they become myopic about the power of Instagram. So it is one of the very powerful medium, and we have to use. So first one is the clicks. So that is the model, actually the revenue model of Google. So other social media marketers, other digital marketing companies also adopted it. If people click it, then only you have to pay for it. If people don't click it, you need not to pay for it. So this kind of revenue model simply was mind-boggling at one point of time. People found it very interesting. People found it very objective. And then came a lot of bots and all came, and they started to click. You did not need human beings to do that. So then there was some spoiling in this matrix of clicks. It got little bit spoiled by that way. So clicks, people take it, but they take it with a pinch of salt, not in toto. And then likes bots are not doing, humans have to do. So if there are likes, definitely people have gone through your post. If they have gone through your post, your purpose is served. Partially. If your purpose is sales, fine. If your purpose was that they should read the post, they should create an opinion about that, you want to create a brand image, position your brand in their mind, you have achieved it. And then shares. So how many shares, retweets, shares? So sharing is also a good matrix. And when we create any post, if you ask me on what measure I'm going to measure the creativity of that post, potential of that post, power of that post, I always say share it. Will the reader will you make him inclined to share or not? That is the power of your post. Comments is we call it in very good research was done in 1983. They segregated the products into high involvement and low involvement. So comments is like a high involvement of yours into that post. That means you really have become a partner in the success of that company, that organization. And we should give special privileges to these people. Take them seriously. Onboard them. How to onboard them? It may be through different loyalty programs, many other things, and you can be very creative about it. So, and in teaching, if we were teaching, what was the engagement matrix? Were they likes? Were they shares? Were they comments? So in teaching, always there is a comment section in all, whether it is Zoom and all. So this comment section actually is engagement. So it shows how much people have got enthusiasm by the post which you are making, or simply it is run on the mill kind of thing. I won't go into deep. And one is mentions. Again, if you are being mentioned, again, it is a criteria for reach. It is a criteria for engagement as well. So Grytics is a Facebook analytical tool. If one uses Grytics, they get all the statistics regarding what they have been doing. Shares are there, comments are there, or likewise, and thumbs up, and what kind of smileys or emoticons which they are your community is using. Based on it, again, you can customize that. Coming to the again the ratio part, applause rate, like, favorite, okay, you are doing good. So that is applause rate. And what they do is that favorites and likes and all, that shows whether you approve what they are doing. A matching concept is average engagement rate. So it includes like, shares, and other things as well. So this is average engagement rate. So applause rate and average engagement rate. So I believe in teaching also, there should be average engagement rate. So Zoom was expected to come with this engagement matrices. Team was expected to come. Google Meet is trying to come with this engagement rate. Still, it has to be, they are working on. It is not only comment section, other things also they are creating. For students, how engaged the students were and are. Amplification rate, shares per post to the number of overall followers. Per post, how much sharing you took. So Avinash Kaushik is a well-known name. He's an evangelist in Google, digital marketing evangelist. So evangelist, we know what, but if you add digital marketing, those are the people whom others follow, who have the interest in this domain. So amplification is the rate at which your follower take your content and share it through their network. So is there any amplification of your post? Virality rate, that is again 1% to second, second to third, third to next, third to next to next, next to next. Vis-a-vis number of impression, not vis-a-vis number of followers. That is virality. How many people saw it and how many people shared that post. That was the number 4 matrix. And if you go to Google, they will give you how you want to be charged. How should we charge you? Should we charge you cost per 1,000 people reached, or should we charge you cost per 1,000 impressions? Cost per any other action, you can create any other action. You have got 1,000 things you can create, you can learn, and you go to this matrix. And again, page post, you want page engagement, page likes, or you want post engagement, post like, post reactions, what do you want? So it is not about the data created. You can create a hell lot of data and matrices for you. But the point is that whether you will be able to do justice with the data, information which you create from the data, that is more important. You have to ready to act on it. One interesting was that Ed Expresso. I'll come to that because I have this EPC and CTR till now. I'll discuss this later. But this is the kind of cost, reach, and everything you get this output. Frequency is somewhere here. So how many times an average people have seen your ad and all? So in order to increase our engagement, what we should do? What should be done? So that's a $1 million question. So it is all written in infographic, photographic, user-generated content, and videos and all. And some more fine prints are there. This is from Adobe, person who is counseling Adobe on digital marketing. So short form video, we have seen the success of short form videos. So short form videos are in vogue. So this 5-second video. So I saw an article in morning. This 15, you should go through this 15 seconds video to see how a volcano has erupted, to see the beauty of volcano eruption. 15-second video. I immediately went there, saw the 15 seconds video of Iceland volcano eruption. So short form of videos are in vogue. But creation videos, it's altogether a science as well as an art. So we should be very scientific as well as we should be very artistic in creation of our videos. Handed videos and live streams. So whatever programs IPS must be organizing, many of those programs, I believe, must be live streamed. So when we did many programs with a lot of people there, we live streamed those programs. So handled video and live streams, you can create more engagement in there. Carousel, carousel. I think if we are building our site, we know that carousel means a bunch of pics. It is not one pic. It is a bundle of pics. You just go changing one pic after another, and it's an informative, information rich kind of carousel. I have created a few sites and I get an opportunity there. So I put 8 pics of any particular instance there. Collectively, I can put and users can go through one by one. It's an interesting and powerful way. And podcast, I got a suggestion from one of the professors of my university who have gone to now become the US citizen courtesy to E2 visa. Podcasting. He said, "Sir, I can do podcasting on this and this topic." His area was mechanical engineering in that engineering area. And then he started podcasting in this interest area and he could get a lot of followers for his podcasting. So this is also one of the interesting area to engage customers. Visual activity, compassionate collective means some social responsibility tasks, some tasks which help society. So you can take them, so bring them. So local business GI. So local businesses is in vogue. Is in vogue. We should support local businesses. So when I went to not Illinois, it Marshfield. It must be. I don't remember the particular state. So there I saw a lot of hoarding, support local businesses, and there was a chain of festival that was again a store, and most of the people were flocking. It was not a corona, but people love to come for some social cause. Now people are talking of mind boosting colors also. If your posts have mind boosting colors, you will be able to generate more traffic. So their colors have the power. Colors can touch your soul. People say so. There are famous saying regarding that. So mind boosting colors are we using on our posts? Then comfort zone in Corona, we have wellness and all. So these kind of things, breathe of fresh air, no equipment, 45 minutes outdoor workout, this and that. So what are these themes, trends? Visually, how can we make them appealing? So this is all which help us to make our whole idea very interesting and engaging at the same time. Now coming to the last part. So as ma'am said when she introduced me that this is the last lecture for today. So this word last is very motivating for everyone. So people feel very relieved and there is a emotional appeal. In addition to rational appeal, this is the last lecture. So this is the last matrix, but it is a bunch of matrix. There are a lot of matrix in conversion matrix. So proof of pudding is in eating. That is a famous thing. So proof of any of the activities which we were doing earlier is in the outcome. And what are those outcomes? Our sales revenue, whether our bottom line and top line, are they increasing or not? So it is not only about bottom line, it is also about top line. So whether they are increasing or not, they are the KPI. At the end, show me. So any business owner will ask you, show me the proof. So can we show them the proof? I'll tell you some interesting story regarding this proof because it becomes very challenging. If you haven't got a very good ERP, CRM and social media strategies. Everything should be in line. Social media strategies, your CRM and your ERP, if those three are not aligned, you can never show any sales revenue it is occurring, because you cannot show at times that this particular customer is coming you because he has seen or she has seen your advertisement on Facebook. Once any customer of your Facebook sees an advertisement, his or her activity should get recorded into your CRM. Once it gets recorded into your CRM, it should go into your ERP, because you have to create a loyalty program, enter into your loyalty that customer, if he or she is buying from you again and again, that customer is buying. So your social media, your CRM software, CRM strategy, your ERP strategy, all should align in order to relate any activity on social media to these tangible outcomes. And that is perhaps very important. At the end of the day, it is sales revenue. Lead conversion rate, I'll be dealing with it in upcoming slide, and non-revenue conversions as well. It may not be every time you are looking for the profits only, sales only. Maybe many small things. You want them to sign your newsletter, you want to click something. Whenever you see your YouTube video, they want you to click the bell sign. Fine, that may be non-revenue conversions are there. Or so what is your cost per lead? You are investing 5 lakh rupees. And how many leads you have got? How many customers have seen it? Once those customers have seen it, once they click it, the data of that customer lands to your CRM. Your CRM and that Facebook is integrated. So if you have got, after spending only 5 customers have gone through and they have clicked you, so you per customer acquisition cost is 1 lakh rupees. You will never go for social media. So what is your cost per lead? That is important. Second is issues. These are some interesting things. For example, IPS Academy. Students will get more engaged. You are doing many things on social media. Are you resolving those issues? Are you there on social media to resolve the issue or not? If the answer is yes, then how many issues are resolved? That is the end which you want to achieve. So we should have that kind of matrix. Okay, this is what we have achieved out of it. And then customer lifetime. Google has given a beta form. If you go into Google Analytics, you can see that it will become functional in days to come. They are experimenting with calculation, though by hand in Excel, you know the formula of calculating lifetime value, how many times the person purchases and average lifespan, quantum of his purchases, you multiply it, you will get customers value. Doing it on Google, automatically getting it, now it is coming into their matrices. So that conversion rate, that was the number 2 there. Number of visitors who come to you, to your website, and they click it, subscribe to you, they participate in the contest, they participate in the post, they register for any seminar, webinar, any conference. That is a conversion rate. So that is what you wanted to achieve. So you have converted them in that form. Now these are very interesting statistics. These are click through it. So how much money we have invested, and CTR says that out of it, when they click and come to your link and come to your website. So that is click through rate. So tracking CTR, what does it do? Will give you invaluable insight into how compelling your offer is to the target audience. What you are telling them, did they click it or not? So click-through rate for every post. What is the click-through rate? You said that 20% discount. You said that I'll give one free for one. What is the click-through rate of both the posts? So we are able to calculate it this way. So average click-through rate of Facebook is 0.90%. And industry-wise also, you can go through. I'll share it again by World Stream. It's a well-known name in this social media. That data is with. I'll share it. You can go through it. Then bounce rate. It's very interesting. Can anybody tell me what is the bounce rate? Any idea what is the bounce rate? Okay, let me tell you. Since it is visible, I'll give you one example. You create an ad for yourself. The person, some Google or Facebook, you click that link. Any user clicks that link. They come to your website. And immediately they realize, okay, this is not my website. I was trying to go to some other place. So some business owner was very happy. I know that I have been able to drive that much of traffic. Around 1,000 people came to my website today through my ad. I asked him, what is your bounce rate? Say, what is bounce rate? I said that, let me go to your Facebook Insight or Google Analytics. Both he was running campaign in both. It was 98%. So 980 people, the moment they click that, they immediately came to the website and they left the website within seconds. That this is not our website. That means you are not targeting the right customer. You get opportunity in Google Ads, Facebook, Instagram to create a profile of your consumers, whom you want to target through your paid ads. So if you are not targeting the right kind of people, second, you are not telling truth about yourself. You are telling all kind of untrue things about yourself. And when they come to your website and they found, okay, she or he is the same guy who is duping through this or the others, they immediately leave your website. So your web traffic is not only important, your bounce rate is equally important. So one of the metrics, when you calculate conversion metrics, you have to discount it using bounce rate. So this always we can ask for the bounce rate. It actually, you ask a bounce rate, I normally do to many people, and immediately I get into how much scientific is their social media strategy, and I am able to figure it out. That click through rate we have already. Okay, seems there. Back. Bounce rate you can calculate. It is there. How to calculate any? You can go to Facebook. This is Google Analytics. You get the bounce rate from there as well. So already cost 1,000 impression. You can ask Facebook that he should be charged cost per 1,000 impression. You want to show it. How many people have seen? You want to. You should be charged based on cost per click or cost per 1,000 impression, based on people who click it or based on the viewed it. So that is cost per 1,000 impressions. I show you that sheet of Google as well. Then social media conversion rate, conversion. So total conversion vis-a-vis social media. How many people are coming to you through social media? That is social media conversion rate. So that also can be calculated. If you have right kind of matter. Conversation rate. Now, how many people are conversing about you? So total comments divided. If that is your end goal, if that is your conversion goal, that is the third matrix talking about. Within the third matrix, it is a conversation. If conversation was your goal, then this is the proper ratio you should look for. Total comments divided by total followers. Again, they are conversion. You wanted to have good testimonial. At the end of the day, customer should say good word about you. If you believe that drives the traffic, then again you can calculate it, customer testimonial. But customer testimonial, you have to do some using web crawlers. Now people use web crawlers based Python based web crawlers. There are company made web crawlers as well. In Python you can create for free, and you can create and then you can create your algorithm based on this. All this text should be picked up. So it is text mining, technically text mining. So you can do text mining, and you can do create your AI and others to interestingly decode what people are saying about you. There are very interesting paper on customer testimonial, what they say about you. Customer satisfaction score. So everybody is looking after this matrix. So number of respondents vis-a-vis this customer satisfaction. So how would you describe your overall satisfaction? Just place this question everywhere we are putting it. So people say it is based on disconfirmation model. And this is one interesting matrix which all of us must be knowing, that net promoter score. So this is the part which we should be interested in. People who will stay with us should rate this question. The question is, how likely is it that you would recommend our company product services to your friend or relative? The actual same question is this. When it was first published in American Marketing Association Journal, this article, now it has been copyrighted by the authors. If you are there from 9 to 10, that means you are brand loyal, you are going to come again to purchase that product. Otherwise, you are passive, 7, 8. And if the score is from 0 to 6, means you are consuming many products from different brands at the same time, and or you are not brand loyal at least. So this net promoter contract hit on the day one. So these are all the conversion tricks important for social media marketers. And this one article, the only one number if you are to focus. And this is again a highly paper, and this one example they took, the net promoter vis-a-vis 3-year growth rate. So vis-a-vis, if you see that, if you are more promoters, your growth rate is more or less. So Southwest is the most popular airlines of US, though it is in little bit in trouble because of Corona, right? And I was talking about that analytical tools, those Crowd Social, HubSpot, and you can check here the effectiveness of your website also if you put the domain name of your HubSpot. But it gives up to 3 or 4 weaknesses of your website, not beyond that. So you can take note of all these analytical tools, and you can be into management 4.0 technically. Few very interesting research paper. 15 tie strength. Can you measure through social media? Now I'm coming to the academic part. It was all about this thing. That company or small businesses, organization, big organization. Now I'm talking about some research ideas. So it is predicting the tie strength. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, it's visible. Yes,
okay,
sir.
Okay. So can we predict the tie strength with social media? This is one of the very cited paper, though it is a conference paper. And could not publish. I don't know why it didn't publish in a journal. It's a very cited paper, very scientific paper. So it can predict your intimacy, intensity, duration, social distance, services, emotional support, structure, and all. It's a very, but little bit technical, and but very important paper. So 15 predictive variables they used in order to assess the tie strength. The list of those 15 predictive variables are there. Then again, word of mouth. You want to see that, predict that. Then again, this 2011 paper is a cited paper, good cited, tie strength, homophily, and then trust, normative influence, informational influence. So all this decide whether how, what the propensity of word of mouth on social media network. Then will so SMM actually help you to promote your equity? Equity, this particular paper is again very popular paper. Value equity, relationship equity, brand equity. So brand equity, again, they was component, two components were included in brand equity. And then finally, you want your conversion metrics as purchase intention and customer equity. And then that 2003 popular paper of customer equity and the Occurs paper, both can be visited to do good on this account. So vividness, interactivity, informational content, entertaining, position, and you can also do a lot of good on this account. So there are good number of research which have been done on this account. Interestingly, this one paper brought attention, drew attention of all the researchers that we should actually compare and contrast firm created content vis-a-vis user created content, which has more power to create quality, awareness, association, or brand loyalty. Interesting paper. This was fairly simple, but a good cited paper, though it is published in 2016. All now people call it not social media marketing, they call it social media marketing effort. So if you do effort, you engage into these 5 things, they convert into brand equity, and finally you it converts into customer response. So we can go on discussing because one of my scholars is working in it. So we did some kind of a review of literature, and then some research paper has been developed. It is on final stage. So that was from my side, and I think I'm well within the time. And any questions, if you can ask, it's all up to. So thank you very much. Thank you for your patience. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Yogesh sir. Participants, you're free to ask any query. You can directly unmute yourself and speak. Any opinion you have, any query you have, you can directly put it to sir, and sir will definitely resolve it.
That I'm not too sure, but I'll definitely listen query patiently.
Sure, sir, sure.
Oh, fine. It seems that I have solved all the issues of the participants, and they were very engaged. And conversion metrics, one of the conversion metrics was maybe the time is up. So thank you, Kiran. I think audience,
you,
if
Yogesh
any issue, audience, you can mail me. You can take my mail to ma'am. You can mail me as well.
Sir, we have Dr. Charul Jain, ma'am. She wants to speak. Charul, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. This is Dr. Charul Jain. And it was an honor listening to your kind words and guidance towards moving towards traditional to digital. This is the need of the hour because, yes, the Industry 4.0 is already existing, and this pandemic era has moved it and triggered it much faster, anytime ever before. So definitely guided really well, sir. Industry moving towards the future, forecasting the coming present while living in the present. So that is what you have actually conveyed us through your entire session. Very well said. Customer is the king of the world. That has been true since ages. But now tracking the customer, converting the customer, it's not an easy task. But digitalization of each and every step, each and every concept, maybe it Blue Ocean, maybe it BCG, maybe it any concept, has made SEO very easy for us. So understanding the movement of the customer can be tracked, and the industry taking up to the heights in 4.0 era becomes easier through the digitalization. Yes, keeping the tradition as base, but moving faster towards the digitalization will be the success story. Thank you so much, sir, for guiding us through. And definitely, it ignites us to move toward more digitalization.
So thank you very much. It was an honor and pleasure for me as well. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you, Yogesh sir, and it's a privilege to have you here. And it was all a learning session, sir. We could explore the basics of marketing and much more about social media marketing. Thank you so much, sir, for this wonderful session. And I think all the participants have shared their feedback via Sarul ma'am that yes, they really enjoyed the session. And we will be looking forward to many more such sessions with you, sir. Thank you so much for being the part of this STTP, sir.
Okay, thank you. It was a pleasure. Take care.
Participants, we will resume tomorrow sharp at 10 a.m. With first session based on research work. And the feedback link is already shared in the chat window. Please fill the feedback link because it will be only active for next 30 minutes. And have a great